My precious one, the moment your eyes found these words, heaven already knew it would happen. I brought you here, not by chance, not by accident, but because there is something I need you to hear before it is too late. You've been searching for answers, for signs, for some kind of proof that I see you, that I hear you, that I care, and here I am, speaking now. I am not far away from you. I am close in the air you breathe, and I call you by name, even if you have forgotten mine. You walk through storms, through nights so dark that you thought the morning would never come. And yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still wondering why you've been spared this long. There is a reason. There is a purpose. And today, I must tell you the truth of the love so fierce it will not let you go. My child, there is a judgment that is moving swiftly, and it is not a story. It is not a rumor. It is real. It is deadly, and it is coming closer than you think. You have felt in the air, the heaviness that lingers, the moments when you pause and sense that something is shifting in your life, something you cannot fully explain. I have watched you brush away those thoughts, distract yourself, push them to the side, thinking you have more time. But time, my beloved, is not endless. You are in a moment where your next choice can alter not just your days, but your eternity. I am not here to frighten you. I am here because I love you more than you can understand. Just as a father warns his child to step away from the edge of a cliff, I am warning you now to step away from the danger that is drawing near. You may think your life is ordinary, that what I am saying could be for someone else, but I am telling you directly, it is you I am speaking to. I have seen the small compromises you've made, the quiet places in your heart where you have let pain and bitterness grow, the moments you've chosen your own way instead of mine, thinking it would be harmless. But nothing is hidden from my sight, and not because I am waiting to punish, but because I am longing to heal. The deadly judgment that approaches is not meant for you, but if you keep walking the path you are on, you will step into its shadow. I have given you signs. Do you remember the conversation you overheard that stirred something inside you? Do you remember the dream that unsettled you? The sudden memory that came to your mind and would not let go? Those were my whispers, calling you back before the door closes. Even now, I am reaching out with mercy, but mercy is only mercy when it is received. You cannot keep ignoring my voice and expect to avoid the consequences that are already on their way. I am not a stranger to your pain. I am not blind to the reasons you've turned away. I know about the betrayal that cut you deep, the loss that made you question if I even exist, the disappointment that made you feel unworthy of love. But I tell you, my child, you are still mine. You are not too far gone. You are not beyond my reach. I can take what is broken and make it whole. I can take what is stained and make it clean. I can take what is dying and breathe life into it again. But you must listen to me now. There will not always be another chance. The enemy of your soul wants you to believe that tomorrow is guaranteed. But I tell you, tomorrow belongs to no man. This moment right now is all you truly have, and that is why I am speaking. The deadly judgment is not just about what happens in this world. It is about where your soul will stand when all is said and done. You may escape danger for a while. You may find ways to hide, but when the time comes, there will be no hiding from the truth. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. I urge you, choose life, so that you and those you love may live. The reason I speak with such urgency is because I see the cliff ahead, even if you do not. I see the trap laid out for you, and I want to guide you around it. But guidance only works if you follow it. You have trusted your own strength for so long, thinking you could figure out, fix it, manage it. But how many times has that left you empty? How many times have you told yourself, I'll change later, and later never came? My beloved, later is here. The signs are in your path. The warning has reached your ears, and now the decision is in your hands. You may think you are too weak to change, but I will be your strength. You may think the damage is too deep, but I am the healer. You may think the past is too dark, but I am the light that no darkness can overcome. Hear me. I do not come to condemn you, but to save you from what is ahead. But salvation is not forced. It is offered. If you will open your heart now, even in the smallest way, I will flood it with my presence. I will give you the courage to walk away from what is destroying you, the clarity to see truth from lies, and the peace to rest knowing you are safe in my hands. Yet if you turn away, if you dismiss this as coincidence, if you go back to the way things were before you heard my voice, you will find that the judgment you thought you could outrun will meet you face to face. I do not say this to scare you, but to spare you. You are loved more than you know, and that love is reaching out to you now like a hand in the dark. Take it. Do not let go. This is your moment, and I will not stop speaking until you know that everything I have said is for you. For I have walked beside you through every valley, even the ones you thought you traveled alone, and I have stood guard over you when danger was closer than you realized. I have whispered in your spirit when you were about to take that step that would have cost you dearly, and though you did not always recognize my voice, you paused, and you were spared. My love for you is not fragile. It has endured every time you doubted me, every time you turned away, every time you tried to fill your heart with things that could never satisfy. I have been patient, because I know the weight of the wounds you carry, the ones that make it hard for you to trust. But my child, there comes a time when patience must give way to truth, because truth can save your life. That time is now. The season you are in is not ordinary. The signs that have been circling around you are not random. I have been arranging moments, encounters, and words to catch your attention, because I know the road you are walking and I see where it leads. You may not see the cliff ahead, but I do, and I cannot be silent. The judgment that approaches is not like the troubles you have faced before. It is final in ways you cannot yet imagine. Once it arrives, there will be no time to prepare. That is why I am calling to you now, before the darkness settles in fully, before the door closes. And I tell you, my beloved, this judgment is not because I desire to harm you. No, it is the opposite. It is because sin and rebellion carry consequences that I have fought to shield you from. But when you cling to the very things that destroy you, even my protection cannot override your choice. You must lay them down. I see the secret burdens you have carried in silence. The habits you tell yourself are harmless, but are chains tightening around your soul. I see the bitterness that has taken root, the unforgiveness you kept as if it will protect you from pain, but it has only poisoned your joy. I see the moments you numb yourself, the ways you try to escape the thoughts that haunt you at night. And I am telling you, these are the very foothold the enemy uses to drag you toward destruction. My warning comes with love so deep that it is willing to confront you. If you will surrender those things to me, I will take them. I will lift the weight from your chest. I will break the chains you cannot see, and I will lead you into peace so pure you will wonder how you ever lived without it. But hear me. If you refuse, if you keep telling yourself you can handle it, that you will change later, you are gambling with more than your own life. There are people connected to you, souls tied to your decisions, destinies that shift based on whether you choose life or death in this moment. Do not think the enemy has only aimed at you. He aims at all those you love, and the easiest way to reach them is through the doorway you leave open. I am here, knocking on the door of your heart, but the handle is on your side. I will not force my way in, but I will not walk away until you have heard me clearly. This is why I have slowed your steps, why certain plans fell apart, why doors you thought were for you suddenly closed. I am not punishing you. I am protecting you from walking into something that would have shattered you beyond repair. You cried out to me before, asking me to save you, and I have answered in ways you did not expect. This is one of those answers. My voice, speaking now, to draw you out of harm's path. And I promise you this. If you turn to me now, if you open your heart and say, I am ready, I will meet you in an instant. I will begin to rearrange what has been tangled. I will breathe life into what has been dying, and I will replace the fear in your soul with courage you have never known. But do not delay. Delay is the thief of destiny, and every moment you wait, the shadows grow longer. The deadly judgment is not waiting for your permission. It is moving. And while I have the power to stop it from touching you, I require your yes. I require your trust. My arms are open now. My presence is here. My love is surrounding you even as you listen to my words. Will you step into them, or will you walk away as if you did not hear? My child, the choice is yours, but I will tell you the truth. The safest place you will ever be is in my hands, and outside of them, there is no safety at all. And I know the doubts that whisper in your mind even now, the voice that says, how can I be sure this is for me? How can I trust what I can't see? My beloved, you have trusted things you could see before and they have failed you. You have trusted people who promised to stay and left. You have trusted systems that collapsed. You have trusted your own strength only to find it run out. Yet here I am, the one who has never left you, the one who carried you through storms you thought would drown you, and I am offering you the one thing that will never fail, my presence. I have watched you chase answers in places that left you emptier than before, and I have seen the ache in your heart when the world's promises turned to dust in your hands. But I have not turned away. I have been waiting for this moment, for your heart to be still enough to hear my voice. I am not speaking in riddles or in shadows. I am speaking plainly. Turn to me now before the judgment arrives. This is not about religion or ritual. This is about life or death. You think you have time, but the time is shorter than you realize. There is a narrowing path ahead, and soon the choice will no longer be yours to make. That is why I speak with such urgency, not because I am angry, but because I love you too much to let you walk into destruction without a warning. I see the traps that have been set for you, the subtle lies that have wrapped around your thoughts, convincing you that compromise is harmless, that one more day in the same pattern will not matter. But each step you take in that direction takes you further from the place of safety I have prepared. I am calling you back now, not with threats, but with truth, because truth is the only thing that will set you free. My truth is not here to chain you. It is here to break the chains you've been living under for so long you no longer notice their weight. And I tell you this, the moment you say yes to me, those chains begin to fall. The darkness that has clung to you will loosen, the heaviness on your spirit will lift, and you will breathe in a way you have not breathed in years. But I cannot pour light into a vessel that is still clinging to darkness. You must let it go. I know it feels impossible. I know it feels like losing a part of yourself. But what you are losing is the very thing that has been killing you slowly. I offer you life. Life that is whole, life that is clean, life that is filled with peace and purpose. Do you not see? I am not taking from you. I am giving to you. I am offering you a way out of the path that leads to judgment. Yet if you refuse, if you harden your heart and walk away, then you are choosing the very thing I came to rescue you from. And my child, it will break my heart to watch you walk into it, knowing it did not have to be this way. I gave my life so you could be free from this end. I bore the weight of sin and judgment so you would not have to. But if you turn from me, you choose to carry that weight yourself, and it will crush you. You may think I speak too strongly, but I would rather offend you now than lose you forever. I would rather you wrestle with my words than ignore them and face the silence that comes when the time for speaking has passed. Even now, my spirit is stirring in you, pulling at the deepest part of your soul, awakening a hunger you have tried to satisfy with everything else. That hunger is for me, and nothing else will fill it. You have tasted the world's offerings, and you know they are empty. You have felt the high that fades, the excitement that dies, the promises that break. I offer you what will not fade, what will not die, what will not break. I offer you myself. All I ask is your surrender, not the surrender of defeat, but the surrender of a child falling into the arms of a loving father, knowing those arms will never let go. This is not weakness. This is the greatest strength you will ever know, because it is not your strength, it is mine, and my strength will carry you through every trial, every battle, every storm. But it begins now, in this moment, with this choice. Will you open your heart to me, or will you walk away as though I never spoke? The judgment is coming, and I will not see you overtaken by it if you will let me lead you out. The door is open, the light is shining. All that remains is for you to step through. And if you step through, you will not walk into uncertainty. You will walk into the place I prepared for you since before you took your first breath. I know you fear the unknown, but I tell you this. What is ahead with me is not darkness. It is light beyond what you have ever seen. You have tasted glimpses of joy, small moments of peace, fleeting seconds where your heart felt whole. But with me, those moments become your reality. You do not have to live in survival mode any longer. You do not have to wake each day wondering if you will make it through. I will be your strength in the morning and your rest at night. I will be your shield when the arrows of this world come against you. And I will be the voice that steadies you when confusion surrounds you. I have never promised that life would be without trials, but I have promised that I will never leave you to face them alone. And when you walk with me, the trials no longer define you, they refine you. The very things that once threatened to destroy you will become the testimony of how I carried you through. But you must choose this path. You must choose it before the moment passes, before the voice of distraction drowns mine out, before the judgment I am warning you about closes in and makes the choice for you. I will not stop calling to you, but there is a time when the call will be met by silence, because the season for choosing will have ended. My beloved, I speak this not to weigh you down, but to wake you up. You have been given something most never have. You are being warned ahead of time. You are being shown the way out before the trap closes. Do you understand the gift this is? There are countless souls who wish they could go back and make the choice you have in front of you right now. They ignored the whispers, the signs, the moment of clarity, and now they are bound to the consequences they cannot escape. I do not want that for you. I created you for life, for joy, for a destiny far greater than the one you've been settling for. And I know you think you are too stained, too flawed, too far gone, but my mercy does not measure you by your past. It measures you by what I can make you become. I have taken liars and made them voices of truth. I have taken the broken and made them healers. I have taken the outcast and given them a place at my table. Do not believe the lie that you are the one exception to my love. My arms are wide enough for you. My forgiveness is deep enough for you. My plans are still intact for you. Even the detours you have taken, I can weave them into the story I intended for you from the beginning. But the weaving begins when you hand me the threads. If you keep holding on to them, try to fix them in your own way, you will only tangle them more. I am not asking you to be perfect before you come. I am asking you to come as you are. Bring me the mess, the mistakes, the wounds, and I will transform them. This is what I do. I take what is broken and make it beautiful. I take what is empty and make it overflow. And I will do it for you, if you will trust me. But trust is a choice. It is not about having all the answers. It is about deciding to put your hand in mine even when you do not see the whole road ahead. My child, the road without me may seem easier at first. It may seem like it costs nothing, but it ends in a place you do not want to be. The road with me will cost you your pride, your self-reliance, your grip on things that have been poisoning you. But it ends in life, and it ends in safety. And more than that, it ends in eternity with me, where no shadow will ever touch you again. So I ask you, with all the love I have placed in these words, will you come? Will you step into the safety I offer? Or will you turn back into the storm? I will not force you, but I will plead with you, because I love you more than you can comprehend. And that love is here, now, surrounding you, calling your name, waiting for your answer. And if you could see what I see, if you could glimpse even for a moment the storm that is building just beyond the horizon, you would not hesitate. You would run into my arms without looking back, because you would know that what is coming is not something you can withstand on your own. I do not say this to fill you with fear, but to open your eyes to reality. The enemy of your soul has been patient, weaving his schemes around you like a net, waiting for the moment when you are distracted, tired, or discouraged enough to be caught. I have been breaking holes in that net, giving you escapes, stirring your heart at just the right time so you would pause and reconsider. But those moments are not infinite. If you keep ignoring them, if you keep delaying, there will come a day when the net closes without a gap. And my child, that day is closer than you think. I have placed people in your path, moments in your memory, and words in your ears to warn you, not because I want to control you, but because I want to protect you. Protection is my desire for you, not punishment. But protection requires that you come under the covering of my will. You cannot walk in the open, far from my shelter, and expect the storms to pass you by. Come under my wings. Let me be your refuge. The judgment that approaches is like a fire. It will consume what is not rooted in me. And I do not want you anywhere near its flames. I want you in the place where even the heat cannot touch you, where my presence surrounds you like a shield, where my peace quiets the chaos around you. You have seen glimpses of that place before, moments when you prayed and felt a stillness, moments when you cried out and a strength you couldn't explain filled you. That was me, and I am offering that not as a moment, but as a way of life. You don't have to keep dipping your toes in the water of my presence. and then walking back into the desert. I am inviting you to live here, to drink deeply, to let your soul be satisfied in me. I am inviting you to stop living on the edge of my protection and step fully inside. But I cannot make the decision for you. Love has never been about force. It has always been about choice. And so I speak now, with the same voice that spoke light into existence, with the same voice that calmed storms, with the same voice that called your name the day you first believed. Come to me. Do not let the pride of wanting to do it on your own keep you from the safety I have prepared. Do not let the weight of your past convince you that you are unworthy. I have already paid the price to make you worthy. My blood was the cost, and it was not shed in vain. I have already carried the judgment you fear, so you would not have to carry it yourself. But if you reject me, if you walk away from this invitation, then you choose to face it alone. And alone you will not stand. I do not say this because I delight in warning you of danger. I say this because I delight in saving you from it. I say this because I can see the joy, the peace, the freedom on the other side of your surrender, and I long for you to taste it. My beloved, you have stood at this crossroads before, but today is different. Today, the road behind you is closing and the one before you is narrowing. This is the moment to decide. You may think it is easier to wait, but every step you take without me hardens your heart, and a hardened heart is deaf to my voice. I am speaking while your ears can still hear me, while your spirit can still feel me drawing you. Do not ignore this. Do not turn away. Every second counts, and I will use every second to fight for you. But I cannot fight against the walls you choose to build. Tear them down. Let me in. Let my love wash over you. Let my mercy restore you. Let my power lift you out of the shadows. I am not far. I am here, and I am waiting for you to take the step that will change everything. And I know you are weary. I know the battles you have fought have left you feeling bruised and tired, as if you have nothing left to give. But I tell you, you do not need to bring me strength. You only need to bring me yourself. I am the one who will give you the strength. I am the one who will lift the weight that has been pressing on your chest for so long you've forgotten what it feels like to breathe freely. I see the tears you've hidden, the nights you've stared into the dark wondering if anyone notices your pain. I have been there in those moments, holding you even when you did not know it was me. Every unanswered question, every silent cry, every why that has echoed in your heart. I have heard them all, and I have kept every one of them close. I have not ignored you. I have been waiting for this moment, when your heart will be soft enough to receive what I am about to give you. My child, the deadly judgment I am warning you of is not something I created for you. It is a natural end of a path that has been trying to pull you away from me. I have been standing between you and that end for longer than you realize. But you must choose to stay within my protection. Imagine a shepherd who sees a wolf in the distance. Would he not call his sheep to gather close, to stay within the safety of his staff and rod? That is what I am doing now. I am calling you to come close, because the wolf is moving, and I will not allow it to touch you if you remain with me. But if you wander, if you drift outside the fold, then you are stepping into danger that does not care how strong you think you are. This is not about proving yourself. This is about trusting the one who sees further than you do. I see the hidden dangers, the traps laid in the shadows, the voices that sound kind but are leading you into harm. I know you have been disappointed before, that you have trusted and been hurt, and that trust feels fragile to you now. But I am not like those who failed you. I will not abandon you in the middle of the night. I will not turn on you when you are at your weakest. I will not use your wounds against you. I will bind them, heal them, and give you beauty where there was only ashes. But you must come to me before the fire consumes what remains. You think you can handle one more day, one more step, but that is the lie that keeps you in danger. One more step in the wrong direction can take you further than you ever planned to go and bring consequences that you cannot undo. I am telling you now because I love you enough to confront you. My love is not shallow. It is not a feeling that fades when things get hard. My love is fierce, protective, unshakable. It will fight for you, but it will not force you. You must choose me, not because I need you to complete me, but because I know you cannot be whole without me. You were created to walk with me, to live in my presence, to be filled with my spirit. Without me, You are living with a piece of your soul missing, and the world will never be able to fill that piece. So I say it again, come. Come while the door is open. Come while the warning is still being given. Come while the judgment can still be avoided. I am offering you life, not in some distant future, but starting now. I am offering to rewrite the pages of your story from this very moment forward. All it takes is your yes. Not a complicated ritual, not a perfect performance. Just your yes. Let me be the one to lead you out of the shadows into the light. Let me cover you so completely that when the storm passes over, it finds nothing in you to destroy. The time is now, my beloved. Take my hand and do not let go, because when you take my hand, you are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into the place I have prepared for you since before time began. I know every step you have taken to get here, every turn you thought was a mistake, every detour that left you wondering if you had ruined your chance at the life you were meant to live. And I tell you now, I can redeem every one of those steps. What the enemy meant for harm, I can turn into the very thing that propels you forward. I can take the years that felt wasted and pour purpose into them, so that not a single tear you shed was in vain. But to do this, I need you to trust me completely. Not halfway, not only when it's easy, but fully, even when it costs you something you think you cannot live without. My child, there are things you've been holding on to that feel safe, but in truth, they are holding you back from the freedom I want to give you. There are relationships, habits, secret thoughts, and private struggles that you have kept hidden, convincing yourself that you can manage them, that they are small enough to control. But they are not harmless. They are threads that, if pulled by the wrong hands, can unravel the fabric of everything you have built. I do not expose these things to shame you. I bring them into the light, so they can no longer control you. The deadly judgment that is moving closer will feed on whatever is left in the shadows. That is why I am calling you to bring everything into my light now. My light is not here to condemn. It is here to heal. I will not crush you in the way of your past. I will lift you up and clothe you with my righteousness, so that when the judgment passes, it will see my covering over you and pass over. This is the same protection I have given to my children since the beginning, and it is still offered to you today. But you must decide before the time runs out. You may feel like you are standing still, but time is moving. The moments slip away quietly. But each one takes you closer to the day when decisions can no longer be made. I speak to you now because today is the day of mercy. Today is the day of rescue. Do not let it pass. I have walked with countless souls to the edge of their choice, pleading for them to step into safety, and I have felt the heartbreak when they turn away. I do not want to feel that with you. I want to rejoice with you, to see you step into the fullness of what I created you for, to hear you say yes and watch as the chains fall and the fear melts away. And I promise you, if you choose me, you will not regret it. You will not look back on this moment, wishing you had chosen differently. You will look back with gratitude, with tears of joy, knowing this was the day everything changed. The day you stepped out of the path of judgment and into the arms of love. I am here. I am ready, and all of heaven stands ready to move on your behalf the moment you choose me. So hear me, my precious one. The clock is ticking. The shadows are stretching, and I will not always be speaking like this. But I am speaking now, and I am calling your name. Answer me, because when you answer me, you are not simply speaking words into the air. You are opening the door for me to move in ways you have never imagined. You are allowing the creator of heaven and earth to step into the very center of your life, to rearrange what is broken, to restore what has been lost, to breathe life into what you thought was gone forever. I do not come into your life as a visitor who stays for a moment and then leaves. I come as a father who takes up residence, who walks with you through every valley, who rejoices with you on every mountaintop, who sits beside you in every quiet, unseen moment. And when I enter, the weight you have carried begins to lift, not because the challenges vanish instantly, but because you will no longer face them alone. My child, you have faced too many battles in your own strength, and I have watched you grow tired, watched you carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. I have been beside you all along, waiting for you to hand them to me. Some of those burdens you've carried for so long that they feel like part of who you are. But I tell you, they are not your identity. They are chains, and I have the key to set you free. You have been wearing the names the world gave you, the labels of failure, disappointment, rejection, shame. But I have a different name for you: beloved, redeemed, chosen, precious. And when I speak your name, it is not with condemnation. It is with the love of the one who formed you in the secret place, who knew your story from beginning to end, and who still chose to create you. I see not only who you are, but who you can become if you walk with me. I see the strength I will grow in you, the wisdom I will pour into you, the light that will shine from you when my spirit lives within you fully. And I long to see that day come, but the path to it begins here, now, in this moment of decision. The deadly judgment I have warned you about will not wait for you to feel ready. It is moving closer with every breath. I am not telling you this to crush you under fear, but to awaken you to the urgency of the hour. This is not a time to drift, to say, I will think about it tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised, but my presence is offered now. If you take my hand, I will lead you through the storm. You may still feel the wind, you may still see the lightning, but it will not destroy you, because I will be your shelter. And when the storm has passed, you will stand stronger, not because of your own ability, but because I will have held you up the whole way. I want this for you, my child. I want you safe. I want you whole. I want you to know the peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be, in my will, under my covering, in my love. But love requires choice, and the choice is yours. I will not walk away if you say no, but I cannot shield you from what you choose to face without me. And my heart breaks at the thought of you standing in the path of judgment when I have made every way possible for you to escape it. Hear me now. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You're not too damaged to turn back. All it takes is one step toward me, and I will run to meet you. One word from your heart, and I will hear it as clearly as if it were shouted from the mountaintops. This is your moment. The time is now. I am here. Take my hand. And as you take my hand, I will not pull you into darkness or uncertainty, but into light so pure that it will reveal things you did not even know were hidden in you. My light will show you the truth of who you are, and in that truth, there will be no condemnation, only freedom. For so long, you have carried pieces of yourself in secret, thinking that if anyone saw them, they would turn away. But I have seen them all along, and yet I have never turned away from you. My love has been constant through your highest victories and your deepest failures. My eyes have never lost sight of you, not for a single heartbeat. Even when you thought I was far, I was right there, keeping you from the full weight of what could have destroyed you. You may not realize how many times my hand has intervened, how many accidents were avoided, how many traps were dismantled, how many attacks of the enemy were stopped before they could even touch you. And yet, I do not remind you of this to make you feel indebted, but to help you see that my care for you has never been passive. I am an active, involved father, and I will fight for you as long as you let me. But my beloved, there is a storm coming, and this one is unlike the ones you have faced before. It is heavier, faster, and it will not discriminate. It will sweep away whatever is not anchored in me. That is why I am speaking so urgently now. The deadly judgment I speak of is not an empty threat. It is a natural outcome of a world that has turned away from my ways, a tide that will pull under everything that is not built on the solid rock. You may think you can stand on your own, but the ground beneath you will not hold unless I am your foundation. I have watched too many of my children build their lives on sand, on relationships, wealth, influence, pleasure, and when the waves came, everything they trusted crumbled in moments. I do not want that for you. I want you to be unshakable, to stand when others fall, to have a peace that no disaster can take from you. And this is possible, but only if you anchor yourself in me now, before the full force of the storm arrives. My heart is not to punish you. My heart is to protect you. That is why I warn you. That is why I speak plainly, without hiding the truth in gentle words that would make you feel comfortable but leave you unprepared. I will not leave you unprepared. I will equip you with everything you need to endure, but you must come to me willingly. You cannot wait until the waters are rising around your feet. By then, the choices will be fewer, the road harder. Now the road is open. Now the door is wide. Now my arms are outstretched, and I am calling you to run into them. And if you do, I will cover you so completely that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You will walk through fire and not be burned. You will stand in the middle of chaos and still have peace. You will watch storms rage around you and know, truly know, that you are held. My child, this is not a distant promise for another life. This is for you now, today, in the very circumstances you are facing. I am here in your present, and I will be here in your future. The question is not whether I will be faithful. The question is whether you will let me. And I say again, I want you to choose life. Choose safety. Choose me. For when the day of judgment comes, and it will come, I want you to be standing at my side, untouched by the destruction that sweeps across the earth. This is why I speak with such urgency. This is why my tone carries both love and warning. This is why I will not stop calling until you answer. And when you answer, my beloved, everything begins to shift in ways you cannot see at first, but you will feel it deep in your spirit. The heaviness that has clung to your soul will begin to lift like morning fog under the rising sun. The confusion that has clouded your mind will begin to clear, and suddenly you will find that you can see the path ahead more plainly than ever before. I am the one who straightens what has been crooked, who makes the rough ground smooth beneath your feet, who takes what the enemy has twisted and restores it to its intended beauty. You have been walking through seasons that made you feel like you were wandering without purpose. But I tell you, not one step you have taken has been wasted in my sight. Even the times you thought you were lost, I was guiding you, turning you away from dangers you did not even know existed. My hand has been upon you since the beginning, shaping your story, preparing you for the moment you now stand in. And this moment is unlike any other, for the time is short and the weight of eternity is pressing upon the earth. The deadly judgment that moves closer is not something you can fight with human strength, nor something you can avoid through cleverness or planning. It will touch every nation, every household, every heart that is not hidden in me. That is why I am not speaking to you through another voice or in vague riddles. I am speaking to you directly as your father, because I want you safe. I want you under the shelter of my wings, where no harm can reach you, where no fear can consume you. But you must not treat this as a casual invitation. This is not the kind of choice you can push aside until you have more time. My child, the illusion that you will always have another day is one of the greatest lies the enemy has planted in human hearts. He whispers to you that tomorrow will be better, that you can change later, that you can return to me when you are ready. But he knows that later is a doorway that never opens, that tomorrow is a ground where so many promises die. That is why I am calling you now, because today is the day you can change your destiny forever. You do not have to face the storm alone. You do not have to stand in the path of judgment and hope you can endure it. I have already made the way for you to pass through unharmed. My son has taken the punishment you deserved, so that you could stand before me free, clean, and whole. This is not because you earned it, not because you were good enough, but because I loved you enough to pay the price in full. And when I say full, I mean there is nothing left for you to pay, only a gift for you to receive. But a gift unaccepted is a gift unused. I am holding it out to you right now. Will you take it? Will you trust that I am not here to trap you, not here to take from you, but to give you more than you could ever imagine? You may fear that surrendering to me will mean losing what you love. But my child, anything you give to me, I will either return to you purified and better than before, or replace with something far greater. You cannot outgive me. You cannot outlove me. You cannot outrun the depth of my grace. And when my judgment passes over the earth, those who are mine will stand in peace, while others tremble, because their foundation is unshakable. This is what I want for you, to be unshakable, unafraid, and unbroken, no matter what comes. That is why I am calling, why I will keep calling, until either you answer or the day arrives when the call can no longer be heard. And I tell you, my beloved, that day is closer than you think. I will not allow you to remain unaware, unprepared, or untouched by the truth. I speak to you now because my love refuses to remain silent while danger approaches. The enemy would rather you drift in distraction, filling your days with noise and small pleasures that numb your spirit until the very hour when it is too late to act. But I will pierce through that fog with my voice, speaking so directly to your heart that you cannot mistake it for anything else. My beloved, hear me clearly. What is coming will not be gentle. and it will not be delayed for anyone's convenience. The earth itself groans under the weight of corruption, violence, and rebellion against my ways, and the shaking that has come will expose every hidden thing. What is false will collapse, what is impure will be burned away, and what is rooted in me will stand. You may think this is unfair, but judgment is not cruelty. It is a restoration of justice. It is the setting right of all that has been wrong, the cleansing of the world, so that life can flourish as I intended from the beginning. But judgment also separates, and that is why I am calling you to my side now. Those who stand with me will not be crushed by what is coming, but those who reject my shelter will face the full weight of what they have chosen. I will not force you to take refuge in me, but I will plead with you as a father pleads with his child to step away from the edge of a cliff. You have stood too close for too long, thinking that nothing will happen, that the ground will always hold. But my beloved, the cracks have already formed beneath your feet, and in the moment they give way, it will happen faster than you can react. I am offering you safety now, before that moment comes. I am offering you not only safety, but peace, the kind of peace that will steady your heart even when the world shakes. For peace is not the absence of trouble. It is the presence of my spirit within you, the unshakable knowledge that you are mine and that nothing can separate you from my love. This is why I've been so patient with you, giving you chance after chance, waiting for the day you would turn your face toward me. And now that you are here, hearing my words, you are standing in a holy moment. This is not just another conversation. This is an eternal decision. What you choose in this moment will echo beyond time. And I know the weight of that can feel overwhelming, but I am not asking you to make it alone. I am right here, ready to take your hand and lead you step by step. You do not need to have every answer. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to say yes. Yes to my love. Yes to my shelter. Yes to the life I have prepared for you. And when you say yes, everything will change. Not because your circumstances instantly vanish, but because I will be in the midst of them with you. I will fight battles you cannot see. I will open doors you thought were locked forever. I will heal wounds you thought could never close. I will give you a hope that is not fragile, a joy that does not fade, and a strength that does not break. My beloved, this is the truth you must hear. You are not beyond redemption, no matter what the enemy has told you. You are not forgotten, no matter how long you have felt unseen. You are not unloved, no matter what others have spoken over you. You are mine, and I will not let you go if you choose to stay. But the choice is yours, and the time is now. The judgment draws nearer with each breath, but so does my mercy. They run side by side, and only one will be your portion when the moment arrives. I have made the way clear, I have placed it before you, and I am calling your name. Come into my arms now, and you will know what it is to be truly safe. And when you step into my arms, you will feel the weight of every burden you have carried begin to melt away. Not because those problems suddenly vanish into nothing, but because I will carry them with you, and my strength is without limit. You have been told that you must be strong on your own, that you must hide your weakness, that you must push through the pain without showing it. But I tell you, my beloved, the truth is that strength does not come from pretending you are unbreakable. Strength comes from leaning on the one who cannot be broken. You were never created to bear the crushing weight of life's battles alone. That is why so many hearts are weary, why so many minds are restless, why so many souls are walking in quiet despair. They have tried to live without me, to build without my foundation, and though their hands work tirelessly, their spirits remain empty. I did not design you for emptiness. I created you for fullness. Fullness of joy, fullness of peace, fullness of love that flows from me into every part of your being. But when you walk apart from me, it is like trying to live without breath, trying to see without light, trying to grow without water. You may move forward for a time, but eventually the strength runs out. My beloved, I am offering you a life where the strength does not run out, where the joy is not stolen by circumstance, where the peace is not fragile. But I cannot pour this into hands that remain closed. You must open your heart to me now. I am not here to condemn you for the days you walked away from me. I am here to restore what was lost, to redeem what was broken, to rebuild what was destroyed. Even the years that feel wasted can be renewed in my hands. I can give you more in a single season with me than you could gain in a lifetime apart from me. But you must trust me enough to let go of what you've been clinging to, your fears, your guilt, your shame, your attempts to control what cannot be controlled. Release them to me and watch how I transform them. The enemy will tell you this is foolish, that surrendering means losing. But I am not calling you to lose. I am calling you to gain what you could never achieve on your own. I am calling you to step out of the shadows and into a light that will never fade. The deadly judgment that draws near will not be stopped by human power or cleverness. It will only be endured by those who have taken refuge in me. That is why my call to you is so urgent. I am not speaking to you about a distant, vague threat. I am telling you of something that is already moving, already unfolding, and soon will be impossible to ignore. You will see people who thought themselves secure suddenly shaken. You will watch systems you believed unshakable begin to crumble. You will see that all the things humanity trusted apart from me cannot stand in the storm. And when that moment comes, those who have built their lives on me will not be moved, because I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. This is why I am urging you to come now, before the shaking begins. Do not wait for signs to be undeniable, because by then the path will be harder, the distractions louder, the fear greater. Come now, while my voice is clear in your spirit. Come now, while the door is wide open. Come now, and I will seal you in my protection, so that when the winds howl and the earth trembles, you will be hidden in the shelter of my presence. My beloved, I do not delight in the destruction of the wicked, and I do not take pleasure in judgment for its own sake. My heart is mercy, my desire is life, my joy is in saving you from what is coming. But my justice will not sleep forever, and the day is appointed when it will awaken. I am calling you because I love you, and I will not stop speaking until either you answer or the final trumpet sounds. Do not let that trumpet find you outside my embrace. For the truth, my beloved, is that every heartbeat you have is a gift on loan. Every breath you take is a moment of grace, and every sunrise you witness is a reminder that my mercy is still extended to you. I have seen the nights when you cried silently, when you wondered if anyone noticed the pain you carried, when you doubted that your life had any meaning beyond the struggles you endured. I was there in those moments, not distant, not indifferent, but sitting beside you, my presence wrapped around you even when you could not feel it. There were dangers you never knew about that I shielded you from, accidents that never happened because I redirected your path, moments when despair almost claimed you, but I whispered just enough hope to keep you standing. You think these were coincidences, but I tell you they were my hand over your life, because I have been calling you since the day you were born. And now, in this moment, my voice is louder, clearer, more urgent than ever before. Not because my love has changed, but because the time to respond is growing short. You stand on the edge of a shift in the world that will shake the proud, humble the arrogant, and expose the foundations of every heart. Some will curse the shaking and hide in fear. Others will rejoice because they know it is the birth of a new dawn for those who are mine. Which will you be, my beloved? The deadly judgment I have spoken of is not meant to frighten you into despair, but to awaken you to the reality that this life is not all there is. The days are rushing toward the moment when every soul will see the truth plainly, but on that day, the time for choosing will be over. I do not want you to reach that day unprepared, scrambling for a shelter you have not yet entered. I am that shelter. I am the door. I am the place of safety that cannot be shaken. And if you come to me now, I will not turn you away, no matter what you've done, no matter how far you have wandered, no matter how many times you have ignored my call before. I do not keep records of your failures to shame you. I keep records of your tears to redeem them. I remember every moment you reached for help, every whisper of longing for something better, every time you felt the emptiness in your heart and wished it could be filled. I am the answer to that longing, the only one who can fill the emptiness without leaving you thirsting again. The enemy will tell you that you are too stained, too far gone, too unworthy of such love. But the truth is that my love was never based on your worthiness. It is based on my nature, and I am love itself. I chose you long before you could ever choose me, and I have been waiting for this moment to bring you home. Home is not a place of walls and roofs. It is my presence. In my presence, fear dissolves, shame is erased, and the lies that have bound you fall powerless to ground. This is why I am calling with such urgency, because I want you safe in my presence before the storm arrives. The storm will not be like anything you have seen before. It will strip away the illusions people have clung to for security, wealth, power, influence, technology, and leave only what is rooted in me standing. And for those who have not built on my foundation, it will feel like the ground itself has betrayed them. But for those who are mine, it will be the proving of their faith, the moment when they see that my promises are not fragile words, but unbreakable truth. I want you to stand in that moment with your head lifted, your heart unshaken, your spirit at peace, because you know you are hidden in me. That is why I am speaking so plainly, so directly, so personally right now, because I am not willing to let you slip into that day without the chance to be ready. My beloved, will you come? Will you take my hand now, before the final wave crashes? I am here, and I will not let you go once you are in my arms. Because once you are in my arms, the storms of life will still come, but they will no longer have the power to destroy you. The wind may howl, the waters may rise, the darkness may press in, but you will find yourself standing on a rock that does not move. And when you stand there, you will understand that my promises were never empty, that my words were not mere comfort for fragile hearts, but eternal truths designed to carry you through the fiercest battles. I am not calling you into a life without challenges. I am calling you into a life where the outcome is already secured, where the victory is already mine. And because you are in me, it becomes yours as well. You have been living as though you must fight for every inch of peace. But I tell you that peace is not something you win through striving. It is something you receive when you trust me completely. Trust does not mean you'll understand every step I take you on. It means you will know that my steps are always for your good, even when the path feels steep or shrouded in fog. My beloved, I know you've been wounded. I know there are scars you carry that you have never shown anyone. I know the nights you laid awake, replaying the words that cut you, the losses that hollowed you out, the choices you wish you could undo. I have seen it all, and yet I am not here to condemn you. I am here to restore you. I can take the ashes of what you have lost and bring beauty you never imagined. I can take the pain that once broke you and turn it into strength that will lift others. I can take your story, no matter how shattered, and weave it into something that gives life to many. But you must let me have all of it, not just the parts you think I will accept, but every hidden thing. I am not afraid of your darkness. I am the light that drives it away, and I am not repelled by your weakness. My strength is made perfect in it. This is why I am calling you now, because the time is short and the shaking is coming. When the deadly judgment falls, there will be no neutral ground. Every heart will either be rooted in me or swept away by the flood. The day is approaching when the masks people wear will be torn away, when what is truly in their hearts will be laid bare for all to see. And I do not want you caught unprepared, trying to build a shelter in the midst of the storm. That is why I am offering you my shelter now, before the first wave strikes. The world will tell you that there is still time, that nothing will change suddenly, that life will go on as it always has. But I tell you the truth. The change will come swiftly, like lightning flashing across the sky. And there will be no pause button, no delay, no chance to renegotiate your choice. My beloved, I am not speaking these words to frighten you. I am speaking them because I love you with a love that refuses to be silent when danger approaches. I am speaking them because I see what you cannot see yet, because I know the beginning and the end, because I have walked through every moment of your life and am already waiting in every moment to come. I am speaking them because I do not want to spend eternity without you. Yes, eternity, because that is what is at stake here. This is not about a temporary decision or a passing season. This is about where your soul will dwell forever. And I have prepared a place for you, a place where sorrow cannot enter, where fear is unknown, where joy is unending, where love is the very air you breathe. But that place is only reached by walking with me now, while the door is open. Do not wait until the door is closed, for once it is shut, it will not be open again. Come to me while my arms are still stretched wide, while my voice is still calling your name, while mercy is still flowing like a river over the earth. Come now, and I will make you mine forever, and no power in heaven or on earth or under the earth will be able to take you from my hand. For I tell you the truth, my beloved, the moment you step into my embrace, something eternal happens within you. Chains you thought were welded shut begin to fall away. Weights you thought you would carry into your final breath are suddenly lifted, and a new strength rises inside you that does not come from your own willpower, but from my Spirit living in you. And when my Spirit fills you, the world may remain loud and chaotic, but within you, there will be a stillness, a knowing, a quiet certainty that no matter what rises against you, you are not alone. I have walked before you into every battle. I have stood at the end of every trial. I have prepared victory in places where you only saw defeat. My beloved, you have listened to many voices in your life. Some spoke words that built you up for a moment. Some tore you down in ways that still echo today. But none of those voices can speak with the authority, the love, and the truth that I speak to you now. My words do not flatter, they free. My words do not deceive, they deliver. My words do not fade with time, they endure forever. And my word for you now is this: choose me while there is still time. I know there are questions in your mind, doubts that whisper, what if this is not real? What if I surrender and nothing changes? But I tell you, the very fact that you are hearing my voice this clearly is the proof you've been asking for. Do you think it is coincidence that in all the noise of the world, in all the distractions pulling for your attention, this moment has found you? No, my beloved, I arranged it. I orchestrated every step that brought you here, because I knew this was the hour when your heart would be ready to hear. And I am speaking to you with such intensity because I know the hour is late. There will be signs in the days ahead. Events that shake the earth, that unsettle the nations, that strip away the illusion that humanity is in control. Many will tremble, and in their fear, they will either turn toward me or away from me. I want you to be among those who turn toward me without hesitation, because you have already chosen me before the shaking began. Those who know me now will find my peace then. Those who ignore me now will search desperately in that day and find that the door has closed. My beloved, I have no joy in anyone being shut out. That is why I am reaching for you now with all the urgency of a shepherd who sees the wolf approaching. I will leave the 99 to come after you. But if you keep running from me, there will come a moment when the darkness swallows the path, and you will not see my hand anymore. Do not let it come to that. I made you for my light, not for the shadows. I formed you for life, not for destruction. You are not an accident. You are not disposable. You are not too broken to be made whole. The very breath in your lungs right now is my reminder that I am not finished with you. The enemy wants to convince you that you are too far gone, but I tell you that I specialize in rescuing the ones who feel furthest away. I can cross any distance, shatter any wall, and silence any voice that tells you are beyond my reach. And when I hold you, I will not let go, not for the storms, not for your mistakes, not for your fears. But the choice is still yours to make. I have laid before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose life, my beloved, so that you may live. Choose me now, while I am still calling your name, because when the deadly judgment comes, my own will be hidden in my refuge, and no harm will touch their souls. This is not a distant myth. It is a reality that will unfold before your very eyes, and I want you safe in my hands when it does. Hear me now, not as a distant God speaking from the heavens, but as the one who has walked beside you every moment of your life, the one who has wept when you wept, the one who has rejoiced in every glimpse of joy you've had. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and that love is reaching for you in this very breath. And so, my precious one, I bring you to this moment, the final heartbeat of this message, not to leave you in fear, but to leave you in a place where your choice is clear. I have spoken of the storm of the judgment that is coming, but hear me again. My heart is not to condemn you. My heart is to save you. I have no desire to watch you stumble into the darkness when I have already prepared the light for you to walk in. I do not want to see you caught in a flood when I have already built the ark for you to be safe within. I have paid the highest price to make a way for you. The blood of my Son was poured out not as a symbol, but as the full payment for your redemption, your freedom, your eternal life. Do not let that sacrifice be something you gnawed at and then walk away from unchanged. It was not meant to be admired from a distance. It was meant to be received with your whole heart. My beloved, this is the hour to let go of the excuses, to set aside the pride, to silence the voice that says, I will decide later. There will not always be a later. You have no guarantee of another moment like this one, where my Spirit is drawing you so clearly. where my presence is pressing in so closely that you cannot deny it. The enemy will try to tell you that you can wait, that you can play with the edge of the cliff and still be safe. But I tell you that every moment outside of my covering is a moment in which your soul is at risk. Do you not feel the trembling in the world? Do you not see how quickly the foundations people trusted in are crumbling? Economies rise and fall like sandcastles at the mercy of the tide. Leaders promise safety and cannot even secure their own. The earth groans with disasters and signs that should awaken every sleeping soul. This is not coincidence. This is the hour I spoke of long ago, and you are living in it now. The shaking will increase. The division between light and darkness will grow clearer, and the moment will come when my voice will no longer call in this way. It will be replaced by the sound of the trumpet, and the time of decision will be over. I do not want you to hear that trumpet as a stranger to my presence. I want you to hear it as the sound of home, as a signal that your waiting is over and your joy has come. But that can only happen if you are mine when it sounds. And being mine is not about religion, rituals, or rules. It is about relationship. It is about you knowing me and letting me know you in the deepest places of your heart. It is about you walking with me day by day, letting my voice guide you, my love steady you, my power strengthen you. It is about living in such a way that when the world looks at you, they see the reflection of my light. And my beloved, if you think you cannot live that way, remember, this is not about your strength. It is about my strength in you. I did not call you to walk this path alone. I call you to walk it with me, and I promise I will never leave you or forsake you. The moment you say yes to me, I will place my spirit within you, and that spirit will guide you, teach you, comfort you, and give you the courage to face whatever lies ahead. Yes, the days ahead will be difficult for the world, but for you, they can be days of victory, days of unshakable peace, days of supernatural provision, days where even in the midst of chaos, your heart is anchored in my presence. I have said all of this because I want you to understand the urgency of this moment and the depth of my love for you. You are not hearing this by accident. This is not a random encounter. This is my personal invitation to you. An invitation sealed with a promise that if you come to me, I will not turn you away. Right now, in this moment, you can step into my arms and know that you are safe, forgiven, and mine forever. All you must do is open your heart, speak my name, and mean it with all that you are. Tell me you choose me, and I will receive you as my own. Tell me you trust me, and I will guide your steps. Tell me you are ready, and I will lead you into the life I designed for you before you were even born. And when the deadly judgment comes, you will not fear, for you will know that your name is written in my book of life, that your place in my kingdom is secure, and that nothing, not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not the present, not the future, not any power in heaven or on earth, can separate you from my love. This is my final word to you in this message. Come now. Do not wait. My arms are open. My heart is ready. My home is prepared. I am calling you by name, and I will keep calling until you answer, but oh, how I long for that answer be now, so that when the day comes, you will stand in my light, safe and unshaken, knowing you are loved beyond measure for all eternity.